Hi everyone, welcome to this Pick Me Up Yoga Flow. This is going to be a Vinyasa Yoga Flow, welcome for all levels. And it's really just to do whenever you're feeling like you need a bit more energy, maybe you're feeling a little lethargic in the middle of the day, so this would be a great practice to do. So we'll get started at the top of our mats. I want to begin with a little bit of some grounding down here. So if your balance allows, just softly close your eyes and begin to feel your feet grounded down into the mat, the earth. And maybe begin to feel yourself sway a little bit, side to side, maybe forward and back. I invite you to bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart space. And as we flow, as we find some movement, remind yourself that it's okay to be wherever you're at today, in this moment. There's nothing that you need to change, nowhere else that you need to be, nothing else you need to be completing right now. And if you're feeling a little bit unsure about where you are, or you're feeling like there are changes that need to be made in your life, allow yourself to let those feelings and thoughts flow by, at least for these next few minutes as we move. Remind yourself that you don't need to attach to any of these beliefs. You can recognize them, acknowledge them, and then let them move on. You are okay exactly where you're at. Let's release those hands. Begin to softly open your eyes if they're closed. Gain some perspective on the space around you. And find deep breaths here. On your next inhale, let's begin to circle our arms up towards the sky. Bring the gaze up to follow. On your exhale, open those arms out to cactus. Maybe you have a baby back bend here. Inhale, reach those hands back up. Exhale, open cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, reach. This time, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Begin to lean over towards the right. Maybe step that left foot behind your right. Breathing through the left side body. Inhale, come back through center. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Lean over towards the left. Breathing through the right side body. Good. Step your right foot behind the left if you want to get a little deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Release those arms. Good. Inhale, circle arms back up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Fingertips meet the mat for a forward fold. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Maybe we grab a hold of opposite elbow and sway for ragdoll. Or maybe you just want to hold in stillness. Good. We'll all find some stillness. Let's release those opposite elbows. Inhale, find halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands down. Step your feet back. Find plank just for a breath. Exhale, lower those knees. Keep your arms tucked into your side body as you begin to lower your chest down towards the mat. Inhale, draw that heart through for cobra. Exhale, tuck under those toes and lift your hips, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath here. Let's pedal out. Maybe look under opposite armpit, finding a little bit of a side body stretch with that. Good. Inhale, let's look towards our hands, bend through the knees, and walk your feet up to meet your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's slowly rise all the way up, rolling the shoulder blades back once we reach the top for Tadasana. Good, take a breath here. Inhale, circle the arms up, gaze follows. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, plant down through those hands. Step your feet back, high plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Bring your chest down towards the mat, keeping the hips high. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Good. This time, let's keep that left foot planted. Inhale, rise that right heel up towards the sky. Bend through that right knee and open your right hip out. So hips are stacked here. Find your breath. Good. Inhale, square off those hips. Draw your right knee in towards your nose. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower that back knee. Tuck or untuck those back toes as you inhale, sweep those arms up towards the sky, finding your low lunge here. Option to keep your hands reaching up, or you can bring them down to that right knee. Good. On your exhale, let's bring our hands to frame out that front foot. Then extend through that right leg as you fold over, finding your half splits. And breathe here. Good. On your next inhale, let's return low lunge. This time, keep your left hand planted on the inside of that right foot. Sweep your right hand up towards the sky. Option to keep that left knee lowered, or you can lift that back knee. Good. On your next exhale, let's bring that right hand down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Exhale into modified or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a moment, reconnect with your breath here. Keep your right toes planted. Inhale, lift that left heel up towards the ceiling or the sky. Bend through that left knee. Open up those hips. Inhale, draw that left knee in towards your nose. Step your feet between your hands. Lower that back knee. Good. You can untuck those back toes. As you inhale, sweep your hands up towards the sky, finding your low lunge. Again, find the variation that works for you here. Wherever you're at, on your exhale, let's frame out that front foot. Extend through that left leg, finding your half split here. Breathe through the back of the left leg. On your next inhale, let's return to that low lunge. Plant down through that right hand. Inhale, lift your left hand up towards the sky, and you can lift that back knee for more of a challenge. Good. On your next exhale, let's frame out that front foot. Step your left foot back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Good. This time, inhale, lift that right heel up towards the sky. Exhale, step your right knee between, or right foot between your hands. Keep that left foot tucked under. Inhale, sweep your arms up, finding your high lunge. Breathe here. Good. On your next exhale, let's pivot on that back foot 90 degrees. Bend a bit more through that front knee. Bring your arms out to a T for warrior two. Flip your front palm. On your exhale, radiate back, graceful warrior. Good. On your next exhale, let's cartwheel those hands all the way down. Frame out that front foot. Tuck under those back toes again. Step your right foot back. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Good. Keep your right toes planted. Inhale, lift that left heel towards the sky. Exhale, draw the knee in towards your nose. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise, high lunge. On your next exhale, open out warrior two. Find your breath. On your next inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, radiate back, graceful warrior. Breathe here. On your next exhale, cartwheel those hands forward. Frame out that front foot. Step your left foot back. This time, find chaturanga. On your inhale, opening through the heart space. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. This time, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. So we find our forward fold back of the mat. On your inhale, slowly begin to roll yourself back up until we meet in Tadasana. Good. Now let's step our left foot towards the top of the mat and find long ways on our mat. Turn your toes slightly in, let your heels come out on an angle. Bring our hands to our hips and inhale, find the lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to find your forward fold halfway. Then let your hands meet the earth. Then let your head come down towards the mat, finding your full expression of a wide leg forward fold here. And breathe here. Finding any variation that is calling for you, if you want your hands to come to your ankles or hands between your legs. Good. Wherever you're at, let's walk those hands back to be underneath of eye level. Inhale, find yourself halfway, flat back. Let's bend through those knees and bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, begin to rise up. Take a breath here. Good. Now let's walk those heels in towards each other, out on a 45-degree angle, a little bit further than hip width apart. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, find rise through the spine. Exhale, begin to bend through the knees and bring your hips down to the mat, finding malasana or yogi squat. So find where it feels comfortable for you and use your elbows to draw the knees a bit further apart. Find your breath. If you have something to support underneath of your hips, absolutely come to sit on that. And if your heels are lifted, that's okay. You can use your hands down to the ground as some support. Good. On your next exhale, let's let our hips meet the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for butterfly pose. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, draw your chest towards those feet, using those elbows once again to draw the knees out further. Find your breath. On your next inhale, slowly rise back up. And we'll just find an easy seat with those legs. Good. Let's bring our right hand down to the mat beside us. Inhale, left hand up and over, breathing through the left side body. On your next exhale, let's circle that left hand all the way out in front of us until it meets the left side of the mat. Inhale, right hand up and over, breathing through the right side body. Good, now we're gonna find those circle rotations. So circle left hand all the way around on your exhale. Inhale, left hand up and over. Exhale, circle around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, let's come all the way to rise back up to neutral. Good. Let's bring our hands to our knees just to let them rest there and begin to find half neck rolls in either direction. It doesn't matter. Good. On your next inhale, we'll find some stillness. Let's rise the head back up to neutral. Inhale, let's circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, open out into cactus. Then find a twist over to the left, just to where it feels comfortable for you, and breathe here. On your next inhale, rise those hands back up through center. Exhale, cactus over to the right. Inhale, rise back up through center. Exhale, bring hands down together at heart's center. Good. Let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and just reconnect with that breath. Just find the rise and fall of the breath through the belly and the chest. As you move about the rest of your day, return to this place of content. I am okay exactly where I'm at. I am okay with the moment. I do not need to change anything. I am okay with the here and the now. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.